King of the Dot season 1. I love it. I really liked everything that happened here. No season, no tournament, anything like that is never going to be without its controversy. We see it in sports and everything else. I know some people had issues with some guys not being able to make it into the playoffs due to their scores. But you got to understand something. Putting together a season, later on going into a playoffs, and then lead to such a big amount of money with all that's on the line, you got to ask yourself, how do you really do it in a way where everyone becomes happy? I mean, at least they have a scoring system that provides these points. At least it's not like 100% just off what somebody thinks, whatever judge thinks. That's not on the league, whether you agree with a judgment or not. But at least here they have a criteria, and you get X amount of points for whatever. And so it's up to the judges. The league can trust the judges to then put it together and get it right. There's no way we're all going to agree with all judgments. That's just not going to happen. Let's start with Shotty P versus Caustic. I have to be honest. I didn't expect this much from Shotty P. I don't mean that in a negative way, but let's be real. We've seen him as well as Caustic. That's why this matchup, to me, is a very important one. Because you have Caustic and Shotty P, who both have the same issue. They both had these great moments that you look at and be like, man, these dudes are really fire. Especially Caustic. He's definitely had some crazy controversial moments in battle rap history. Go check out his battles and you'll see what I'm talking about. But then you have lows from these guys that you're like, yo, what the hell? We know the talent is there, but what the hell is this? With that being said, Shotty P just surprised me because I felt like he really showed up and showed out and showed he wanted to. That's a lot of S's there. At least it's not extended S's, right? They're not extended S's. Anyway, I just like the hunger that Shotty P has shown in this tournament, man. I really appreciate him versus Times. That battle, I really loved it. I really did love it. So it was dope seeing him make the playoffs and have an opportunity to go up against someone like Caustic. Caustic is a guy who can do a lot of things as well, man. He has some bars, but you know, he can come with angles, he can come with sarcasm, all these things that bring up or put together such a unique style for Caustic, and then it becomes just one of those situations. Like, to me, this battle is going to come down to who prepared more. They both have habits of, choking and stuff like that, or just their material being flat. With that said, let's take a look at some of the stuff they've done in this playoffs.
I heard you were 57 with 7 kids, and they ain't all yours. How the fuck do you have 7 kids and couldn't see a playoff berth? Wow. You are 57. That means you were born somewhere around like 1961, my friend. They brought you here to replace real name like you changing your government, but if you look at the standings, there ain't no one under him. It's like he gets 30 every battle because it makes him feel young again. No! You're 57? Still dressing like you're a minor. Bro, I will send you to the other side like foreign drivers. You're 57. You're 57. Been rapping for 8 years and you still a corny writer. Dog, you're not going to be Jerry Rice just because you started your career as a 49er.
It's like a bitch at the club. You getting shot down, a hot round, a travel through times like Doc Brown. Hey, he disrespected his big bro. Thought I'd let the shit go. While you was digging for info, I was digging a big hole. Look at his eye. This what happens when you scrapping with Kimbo. Niggas ain't seen times this fucked up since Jim Crow. You an insecure little pussy. I know that you hated yourself. While I was traveling the globe, your own niggas made you stay on the shelf. So use all of your fake personals. Trust me, it ain't gonna help. I'm Meta World Peace. Fought my way out Detroit and made a name for myself. End up with a couple hoes smoking like a hookah shop. When this bird pop out on times, it ain't a cuckoo clock. You a highlight Sports Center when the music drop. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. The nigga with the fucked up eye died. Stuart Scott.
If I have to pick a winner here, I'm gonna have to go with Shotty P. I think Shotty P is gonna be able to pull this out, especially if I'm just going off what we're seeing here in the playoffs. I just like the energy and everything that Shotty P has been on lately, and so I predict that he'll move on to the next round. So salute to them both, man. It's the playoffs. Somebody gotta win. Somebody gotta go home. That's simple. On the other side of the bracket, we have Lou Cypher versus Mac Myron. And if there's ever a style clash, this is it. Lou Cypher is someone who throughout this through the season, has really opened my eyes to how really dope he really is. He's one of them guys who I now will put up there with a Daylight. I will put up there with Quantum Physics and a lot of other guys who some of their bars, Chilla Jones, sometimes their bars, you have to really sit there and analyze that bar, because sometimes there's a bar inside a bar inside a bar. It's crazy the way their mind works. And Lou has definitely made me a believer. Mac Myron, we know what Mac Myron is capable of. And he's another one who's coming into this season and now into the playoffs with a whole lot of momentum. I think in the last maybe 2, maybe 3 years, really 2, honestly, I think Mac is finally getting the appreciation, even for myself, you know. And the truth of the matter is, Mac is in that realm. I know that's his people's, but he's in that realm of ill will where these guys are very well-rounded. I still think that Mac has more potential, and that's what's crazy in my opinion. He hasn't even reached full potential, in my opinion. And that's what's gonna make things difficult in this. Why don't we take a second to see what these two have.
I'm not a child. Hold the tray. Big boy. The fans see me killing money online. That's a Bitcoin. Bitch boy. Talking smart and caught a dummy in the neck. Happy birthday. They gonna find money on his chest. I tucked the 9. Verse Dallas dropped a 149. But when I heard your name, I said I gotta drop a 150 like Herbo Chain. Swerve your lane with a strap if it ain't looking right. I whip out the piece like Marburg and Boogie Nights. Some good advice? You should have told Gully no. How reckless is you? You trash. Cash, ain't nobody checking for you. Kill this nigga. What y'all expect me to do? Michigan, I've been holding this bitch down like Pepe Le Pew. I was gone. Nigga, my crew too live. Doodoo brown. They put the metal by your jaw. It's a root canal. I'm bubbling with the pack Raymond Noodle style. I'll break this nigga leg. I'm Chucky with the voodoo doll.
I'm so profound, I could convince a flat earther that the globe is round with the amount of times I've been flown around, local clown. Why would you want to battle with me? In this fight club, I'm international, P. Hold it down! Remember learning your letters when you 3? See, when you was doing ABCs, I was on the periodic table. I could tell you the elemental P. But you don't rock with it? What, you don't rock with it? Nigga, I don't give a fuck, I done shot niggas. P in the box. What, you don't rock with it? Nigga, I don't give a fuck, I done shot niggas. P in the box with 15 in his top like phosphorus. Yeah, I'm trying.
Well, bottom line, somebody has to go home. Somebody gets to move on. In all fairness, I have to say that Lou Cypher has the edge in the pen, but that is something in this tournament that can go against him. And I'm sad to say it, but it's a fact. See, it's a judge battle. Lou's bars could be even more appreciated on a rewatch. That's not what's happening here. So when you have someone which goes in Mac's favor, who performs the way Mac does, the comedy, all these other things that go into a battle, I think the edge goes to Mac Myron. And with that being said, I think Mac Myron's gonna walk out of this the victor. And again, there's no down in Lou. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to go home. City versus Pass. I really like this matchup. Who would have thought these two would ever battle each other? I don't think anybody, but that's the beauty of the tournament. See, Pass was a late entry. Could be wrong. Some of you might know better than me, but I believe Pass was taking over Chubby Jag's place in the tournament. Pass has showed up and showed out. He hasn't had a moment yet in this tournament that made me say, yo, damn, Pass, I don't know, man. No, he's been great. His battle versus Fate was incredible. I really enjoyed that. And salute to Fate. I think he's somebody who woke up a lot of people during this tournament. There's a such thing as a good loss. With that being said, City has shown up with this new hunger, man. City has been incredible. And I love that we're seeing a little bit more intensity from him. I like that a lot more. His bars throughout this season seem more directed at his opponent, where the way he used to battle, not saying it wasn't, but it wasn't tailored. I didn't get the sense that a lot of his battles was as tailored as they are now. And again, I like the intensity that he brings to the table. Same thing with Paz. So when we sit there and look at it, both of them have bars. A little more intricate writing, maybe you give that to City. I don't know. To me, it's there. Like, you know, you go either way with that. I think angles will go with Paz. Performance, City has stepped it up. You know, so I think that if we're just talking this time right now, you know, this is, you know, what's happening in the season. I think they're right there with each other. But I do think that as an overall battler, I think that Paz is slightly better than City is. But this is one of the battles I could really see it going either way. Let's take a second to appreciate some of the work they've done.
I could teach a lot of master classes. If we boxing cue the tips his breathing stop, he need an apparatus. He got a career, it's like detox, you know, it's absent classics. If this nerd try me, I swing, do the right thing, knock little Spike Lee out them she's gotta have it glasses, nigga. I said, watch this, I'm omnipotent. I'm not finished, this a bomb ticking, cause God listening, I'm in my prime, this mind your mental or die witnessing. I took an oath like a mob membership. I'm not religious, but I find wisdom beside ignorance. Sending this demon bitch to meet God, the divine feminine. My mind intricate. Hold up. Hold the fuck up, man. I said my mind intricate. 2-minute rounds. Boy, I need 5 minutes. Why you trying to limit it? I'll kick that hourglass over sideways. My time infinite. Hold up.
It's sad to see a casket for the rappers you lobby turn into a sky dweller if you happen to watch me. For 100, I'm passing them probably. Yeah, I will for G's. I don't think double match for the body. Bruh, you'll see a quick demise. This is where the victim lies. Soon as niggas picked them on the Twitch, I went and hit subscribe. Then I wrote a list of different shit so I could get the prize. Undercover brother, that chicken got me hypnotized. You finna die and it's all off what? I get them all off, hauled off, you'll fall off tough. I had to call up Lush. I got entire rounds polished for Dub. Now his plot armor all fucked up. You struck, double rest in peace. Precious, so protect your peace. Neck is disconnected where your chest is, so the rest in peace. Dead it for the records looking hectic where the medic's weak. Frack verse Diz, they gonna have to bring an extra sheet. So
there's not much else to really say other than to come up with a prediction. Of course, somebody has to win, somebody has to go home. And with that being said, I'm going to edge past in this. I just think that right now, that momentum that Paz is coming through with, I think is going to be a deciding factor in this. I really do think so. I think and him being a veteran and being in big battles before, I just think that those are little things that's going to help him move forward in this and have the edge on City. But I would not be surprised if City won. This battle was matched pretty close to me. And now that brings us to the final battle for the second round. This is a battle I was hoping would happen in the finals, as well as Dunch. I wanted Dunch to have to battle one of these guys in the finals, or Bill or Mad Flex. I love that this battle's happening. I just hate that it's happening in the second round. Just like in the first round, we had Bill Collector versus Dunch, and I hated that happened in the first round. I still want to see Dunch versus Mad Flex. If I had to pay the admission to be at just one battle throughout this tournament, or even the season for that matter, it would definitely have been Mad Flex versus Bill Collector. This is just one of those joints that I've looked forward to for a while now. I'm happy it's happening, and it's happening with a lot on the line. The chance to move on to make 100,000 potentially. Bill Collector versus Mad Flex. How do they really stack up towards one another? Now, Bill has been showing you guys in the last 2 years that his pen has evolved. Now, we know entertainment factor, they both have it. The only difference that I would see here, which edges to Mad Flex, is that Mad Flex is more direct most of the time. So this is just one of those battles that it's like 1A versus 1B. To me, they're the top here and arguably the two favorites here. But what do you do? Somebody got to go home in this instance. Bill Collector, in my opinion, should be mentioned for Champion of the Year, and then also, in my opinion, should be Madflex. But Madflex should have been mentioned not just this year. Well, you know, we already know the politics aren't going to allow for that. Let's take a second to look into what these guys have done in the season.
So start warring? Gee, I grab my dog's pound, spark rounds, give the gun back after I shoot and watch my dog get roofed like Charles Brown. Put your dirty paws down. Cause soon as you try to put it there, pal, put it there, pow. That'll change your whole tune like Weird Al. Clear down. Are you hurt? Yes. Broke just with burnt flesh. Angry girlfriend. I repeatedly burst text. I catch Kevin home alone and start swinging cans from the first step.
Fuck 50 shit. I'm about to hit 300 with these turkeys. We going bowling. I'm saying there ain't no opponents for me, and they booked this jobber to play the Brooklyn Brawler. You the 13th floor. We all know that you exist on the floor below me, but we still find a way to ignore the story, bro. You ain't built for stages of this size. You in week 1, I'm in week 2. That just proves what they knew against you. I am way beyond my time. And if I chuck this punk be the first dude anyone ever knew unlucky when fate was on his side. Are we not entertained? Are you not entertained? They know your fate. That don't mean you should just hop in a grave. If I come knocking, all these demons will start locking the gates. The hands talking blanket statements and respond to a face. I'm in kill mode. I hope you take it personal. This is surgical. You are more difficult to get into than nursing school. The nerve.
So you guys know how this goes. Somebody has to go home. That's just the rules of the game. I ain't the one who made it. So with that being said, I edge Madflex in this battle. I just think that Madflex being slightly more direct than Bill Collector, I think that's gonna edge in this battle. Let's be real. You don't have to agree with me here, but both these guys are elite. They are elite. There's nothing to talk about here. So overall, I just think Madflex is more well-rounded, but that's not a knock on Bill. These guys are both phenomenal. Somebody has to go home. It's just how it goes. All in all, I expect to see a night of great battles. I think this is going to be incredible for everyone involved. And honestly, I would just love to hear you guys' opinions on who you got winning and why. Don't forget the and why. So in the comment section, let me know. Also, there's a link in the description for my art channel. Do me a favor, check that out. We'll see what we got going on over there. And I appreciate every click, every comment, every like, every subscription. Don't forget to hit the alert bell too. Alright, so salute the King of the Dot, salute to all the supporters, salute to everyone who helps that season and that tournament go. From everyone, from the person booking the flights to the person holding the cameras. Without you, we don't get this greatness, and it don't come off and get conveyed to us the way it has been. So, salute to y'all.
But back to my white voice to get these bars out. Like, if I do use the super duper duper scope, well, dude, that'd be totally far out.
You annoying me. Bitch, you should have avoided me. Just take the El Nino. Storm always sounded like a little boy to me. Johnny ain't nothing new.